Okay, you all can see the machine is up. I'm just logging into this machine. Uh-huh. Okay. Right. Settle back quickly. See, post installing operating system, it was asking me to provide a password. I have set a password. Now I'm logging in. And do you remember we need to install VMware tools. In 6.7, good news is it is pre-installed. It is automatically installing. Let's verify and then proceed adding this machine to your domain. And then we should, repeating again, and then we should be able to install vCenter server. Okay. So have a look into the steps. How to add a machine to a domain. Previous question is how to enable domain controller services in Windows Server machine. This one is how to add this machine to that machine. So this is vCenter machine. Already we have a domain controller machine called craft.com. We should add this machine to whom? Craft.com. The previous machine, DC machine, gave us craft.com. vCenter machine gave us client machine. Client should be added to server now. See now. I'll navigate to ncpa.cpl. Where is that? ncpa.cpl. Okay, network connections open, right? So here what we should do is we should make some changes. So first let's see what is the IP it is released with. Details 141. Okay, I'm gonna do everything same except the gateway IP address, gateway and DNS IP. You should use static IP in production. 192.168.1.141. Everything is same. Gateway IP will change. 1 dot. Like what is our domain controller IP? 166. Okay. Now you can see this machine is added to. I mean this machine is we just updated, but still it is not added to domain. Now I am going to add this machine to domain. How to add to domain? My PC, right click, properties. For you, like you are not aware of this, right? Adding to domain. See now. My PC. No need to go there. You should click on my PC, properties, change settings, change. Here you can change.
User base we can do, but how to create that domain? This is as a user we can.
That I gave assignment to you. I just one service is there. Active Directory domain services. One check mark is there. Like Hyper-V you enable in Windows. One checkbox is there. If you enable it will install.
Windows feature it will come there. Windows feature.
Active Directory domain services. That's the name of the service. Domain service. Okay. vCenter 67. Ours is 67. Okay. 6.7. Domain name is what? What is the domain name?
Craft.com.
Craft.com. Now it will ask to authenticate. See, it's asking to authenticate. So let me give craft.com credential. And now it will show a message, welcome to craft.com. That is secret password. Nandan is a KD. Now it is just adding to a domain. Now you will see welcome to domain or this machine is added to domain. You will see that message. Can you see? Welcome to craft.com domain. So what does it mean? This machine is added to domain. Remember that. Okay. And it says you want to restart. You should restart to take effect. That's okay. Let us restart now. Understood? Now this machine is ready for installing vCenter server. Till now what we did, we made preparations to install vCenter server. Now it is ready. We can directly go ahead and install. So what is the next step? I'm going to mount vCenter 6.7 ISO so that the file is residing under this will be installed. Look into my screen carefully. I want you to watch this vCenter installation video at least 2 times. GUST-OS, sorry, edit settings. I have to unmount OS file and mount vCenter's file. Can you see data store? Earlier Windows Server images was mounted. Now there is something called Vim install. Vim OS images. Within OS images, can you see VCSA is there? I don't want VCSA. I should install Vim. vCenter installation manager is called Vim. That is for Windows version. What is the total size?
2.07.
ESXi, what is the total size?
637.
Day 336 MB. You 637, huh? Remember size also. See, it's 2.07 GB. Select and save. So now what will happen? If I enter to this machine, you will find that vCenter file mounted. Okay, I'll upload vCenter file to our OneDrive. You can download 2 GB file. Okay. Now it is added to domain, right? So we should log in with the domain credential. So you should mention like craft. I'll make it full screen so that you can view properly. Can you see craft /administrator and the craft administrator password? Once you add it to domain, you should log in with craft domain. Earlier you logged in with local domain, local work group. Now you are logging in with, after adding to domain, right? You should log in with the domain credential. These are all some basics you should know. These are all Windows basics. Domain controller is a very basic thing. You should watch some video. Otherwise, you cannot understand. Okay. Now we logged into which machine? We logged into Windows machine, which is member of a domain now. Yeah, it's like a DNS client now. So now in this machine, under CD DVD drive, you will see Vim file would have mounted. See now, can you see DVD drive? VMware Vim is mounted now. Excuse me. What is the size?
2.07.
Yeah. Now we have to open this, and can you see auto run? Install. Can you see the steps now? Write down the steps. Step 2, mount VMware Vim 6.7 ISO to Windows machine. And in bracket you can mention ISO size is equal to 2.07 GB. Browse DVD drive and click on next step. Step 3, browse DVD drive, click on auto run. So once you click on auto run, it will, you can see one option called preparing to install. All of you. So look into my screen. It will give a message like welcome to VMware vCenter Server 6.7 installer. Understood? And when you click on next, it will take some time and it will install. Just wait. Write down this page name. See now, somewhere in your notebook you have written something like VMware deployment methods, correct? Where you have seen this image also there. If it is a small setup, how many hosts we have? Only 3. Then you can go for VMware vCenter with embedded service platform services controller. Can you see that? Okay. So you should write down this option. Under select deployment type, select embedded deployment, which means what? All services are installed in one single machine. Can you see this?
Yes, sir.
Whereas here, few services, vCenter service is split into other 2 machine, platform service controller split into 1 machine. Okay. Right? Let's move on. And name of the system is vcenter67.craft.com. Write down system name. No need to make any changes here. Okay, let it be the name, whatever you want. Right? Click next. And here it says specified name can be resolved to an IPv6. That's okay. That is a general notification. vCenter single sign-on password. See, this is case sensitive and you should use complex password. Here I am using a password uppercase W. Welcome @123. Uppercase W. Welcome @123. Okay. Click next. Yeah, write down. Provide SSO admin password. Let me explain what is SSO. SSO means single sign-on. In Google, if you log into Google Gmail, right? Automatically, if you open Google Drive, it will open, right? If you open YouTube, it will automatically open, right? Will it ask once again a password? Single sign-on, which means what? Once you authenticated through a single service, all remaining service you can log in automatically. Which means if you log into vCenter server, you no need to provide password to each ESXi host. 2000 ESXi hosts are there. Do you need to provide all 2000 ESXi host password? Like root and tested 123? You no need to. Instead of that, there is one default user. Name of the user is called administrator@vsphere.local. Look into this. Can you see this? Write down this section, please. Write down whatever you see there, write down there. vCenter single sign-on configuration, domain name, vsphere.local, domain username, administrator, password, uppercase W. Done. Next. And this is called vCenter service account. See, when you turn on a server, automatically some services to be running. Example, remote desktop service. What are the services? Network services, storage services. These are all default services. vCenter also one of the service. So it is asking which account you want to start those service. Let it use Windows local system account. Okay. Database setting. I told you some time back. Postgres is available in 6.7. You remember?
Yeah.
You no need to point Oracle and MS SQL. Actually, in Windows, you're supposed to point either MS SQL or Oracle. In 6.7, Postgres Windows version is available. Look into my screen. Can you see? Write down this database setting. Under database settings, select use an embedded database, that is VMware Postgres. So this database is customized by VMware. VMware Postgres is an open source. Okay, they modified this.
Here other database also can be selected. If I select the next
Absolutely, absolutely. If you select an external database, either MS SQL or
Oracle.
right. And write down this configure ports. These are all very important. Write down. In interview, you will see one question from this. They'll ask you what is the port number used for ESXi heartbeat. What is your answer?
902.
Yeah, write down port configuration. This will be automatically selected, but I want you to memorize the ports. HTTP and HTTPS you know already.
Yes, sir.
Done. Hmm.
These are all default ports.
Default ports. Done.
Yes, sir.
And it's asking where do you want to install this. This is, you know, by default you will install on some default path and install. So this will take minimum 15 to 30 minutes. We no need to wait. Okay, I have already built on vCenter server. Let it go, not a problem. Let it go, not a problem. Meanwhile, we can power on one more vCenter also. I have a vCenter already. Can you see Windows 2016 vCenter?
Yes, sir.
I'll power on that. You can connect to that. This is how you install. What is this? vCenter server. Understood? Yeah. Let this vCenter come up. And I'll show you. Write down next step. Next task or step by step procedure to add ESXi host to vCenter server. Step number 1, connect to vCenter server. Connect to vCenter server. Connect to vCenter server using web client. Create a data center. Right click, data center, add ESXi host. So there are other steps like you have to provide ESXi host IP, username, password. It will ask licensing info. There is something called what is that? Lockdown mode. There are some options that you have to write down in remaining steps. So let me see whether Windows machine is up or not. Windows machine is up. Control del. You should log in with craft credential only. Excuse me. Excuse me. Hello? Yeah. Yeah. No. So here we have connected to vCenter server. This is already pre-installed. I have installed vCenter. Since it takes some time, we no need to wait. This is ready-made machine. Now it's a time for you to log into this machine. How to log in? Either you can provide the complete path. Example vcenter65.craft.com. See, now I'll show you the machine name here. I think I got into my machine. I supposed to show you here. Come on. Host name vCenter 65. Can you see this?
Yes,
That is the name of the machine. Full name is ping vcenter 65.craft.com. It is pinging. Can you see? This, because that is a local machine. Okay. Or you can also use a name called ping localhost. Both are same. Localhost is equal to vCenter 65. vCenter 65 is equal to localhost. Both are same. Either you can provide this full name or you can use the short name like this. So let me launch Chrome, and vCenter required some time post machine is loaded, right? It required 2 to 3 minutes to load its services from backend. It will not run as it is. It's a very big service. You have seen no syslogger service. You have seen, right? Database service.
sir.
There are services you have written, right? Those services should start one by one. Update manager service. So those services should run. So we can keep trying, not an issue. We will get to know once all services are available.
VM tools is installed, sir.
It's installed. You can see this here. Can you see here?
Yeah.
Understood. See, it is coming up. vSphere client local host /UI. Okay. Can you see? This is not the same screen as ESXi. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
Here administrator @vsphere.local uppercase W welcome @123. This is called web client login. What kind of login?
Client.
Yes.
Sir, vSphere is a client application.
vSphere is nothing but I told you now. vSphere is equal to Microsoft Office 365.
Yes, sir.
VMware, vSphere, ESXi.
ESXi.
You have written or not?
I will return.
vSphere means what? It's a product bundle. A product bundle name. That's all. Look into my screen, all of you. So here I'll go to home. Can you see CPU how much utilized? How much?
53.
This is actually your ESXi info. Okay. Because I have added a ESXi here. You see here. Host and clusters. Can you see 192.168.1.170? Which host is this? Which host is that? That is Dell PowerEdge R730 host. This is the environment, this machine. Now, how to add your ESXi host to this? Or let me do one thing. Let me delete this. Then I'll show from beginning. Because since I already configured, you have seen all these things together. Have you written views of vCenter server? Can you tell me what are the views are available?
host and cluster,
Hmm.
VMs and templates,
Ah.
data stores and data store cluster.
Networking.
Networking.
Correct. Look into my screen. This is called host and clusters. Can you see?
Yes, sir.
This is called VMs and templates.
Correct.
This is called storage.
Storage.
This is called networking.
Yes.
As of now, no view, nothing will be viewable because no ESXi host added. Step by step procedure to add a ESXi host to vCenter. What is the first thing you should do? That is done. Next one is new data center. See here. Can you see a new data center?
Yes, sir.
I'll click on new data center. Let it be data center only. Right click data center and add a host. Can you see this?
Yeah.
Look into my screen. Add a host. Tell me your ESXi host IP 192.168.1.130. Correct?
Yeah.
130 is there, right?
Yeah.
Username is root. Password is test@123. Correct now? Say yes. And it has got 6 machines. You have 6 machines. You're showing like 6 machines. It is disconnected, it will show, but it will connect now. Just wait. It is adding now. You can find it under task and events. See, it is added now. 6 inaccessible. It will add now. It will make it viewable. It's fetching the information. You created 6 machines. Why it's showing 6 inaccessible? How many machines you have?
2.
Only 2. Okay, let me give some time to this machine. Add host. Tell me your ESXi host.
186.
Hey, 186 is
Means 188 server IP, another 198 here.
186 ESXi IP. Okay. Be careful.
ಅದೊಂದೇ IP work ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ.
Okay. Escape. See, here it's showing your machines. Nanda the KD. Finish. Now your ESXi host is added. Give me your ESXi host, Mr. 125. Subhash VM disconnected. It will show. Why it is showing 6 are inaccessible? Maybe you would have kept it in NFS share. Is your data store visible? All 3? I can find out.
Only two VMs are created, sir.
Wait, man. I'll find your storages here. See, you didn't rescan your ESXi. Something
Some
happened.
problem was there. I tried rescanning, but still the data store is not reflecting.
Not reflecting.
Yeah.
Okay, you reboot your ESXi because you would have powered on your ESXi before powering on the storage. ESXi 2, you are the owner, right?
Yeah.
What is the order? First storage box should come up, then ESXi should come up, correct? Now you reboot. See, I can reboot from here. See now. Right click, power. Can I see reboot? I can initiate everything from vCenter. So I am sending apology letter to ESXi. So it will reboot now and then you will start. See, let's see Nandan has done correctly or not. See, he is my student number 1. See, all 3 are visible now. Let's see Subhash. Subhash also good boy. All 3 host data stores are visible. So only Lohit is the culprit. Understood now? Now I am gonna log off from this machine. I'll remove everything. Individually, you do it individually. Okay. I'll delete my data center. I mean, I can delete the data center now. Tomorrow you will have individual host access. Today you log into a common machine. Okay. Let me delete the data center. Now one by one, you can, Nandan, you can log into this machine, or I can give you access to your user only, user 234. You can see in that console directly from there. You can log in. Okay, I'll do that now. You don't need to separately RDP to this machine. I will give direct access to your primary ESXi. So Windows vCenter, right click, permissions, add a user, administrator, user 1, user 2, user 3, user 4. I have to add individually. User 2, Tadak, user 3, Tadak, user 4. Okay, let's remove sign. Okay, now you just refresh. You guys can refresh. You will see your machine listed. Do you remember I gave one public IP now? First day. In that you used to see Windows Student 1, Windows 2016, and your ESXi and all. There is a console, right? That console. Now one by one. First, Nandan, you can do it, and then let others log into the vCenter. And meanwhile, I'll check the status of current vCenter installation. It is still going on. Can you see this? vCenter is still installing.
ಸರಿ.
ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ ನಂಟೆನ್
ಹ್ಞೂ ಹ್ಞೂ
ಇದರ ಬಂದರೆ
ಸೊ ಅದರಲ್ಲಾಗಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ.
ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ನು ಹೋಸ್ಟ್
ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ಲಸ್ 2016 ಸೊ ಇದು ಲಾಗಿನ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಯೂಸರ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಇಲ್ಲಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದಲ್ಲ
ಪೌರಾಣ ಬಂದು ಪೌರಾಣ ಹೇಳಿ ಇದೆ
ಇದೆ ಇದೆ ಬಂದಿದೆ.
ಈಗ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ರೋಮ್ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಓಪನ್ ಆಗಿದೆ
ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಯೂಸರ್
ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವೇ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಕ್ರೋಮ್ ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡಿ
ಓಕೆ
ಅದು vCenter 65.com
vCenter
65. ನಿಂದು ಬರ್ತಾರೆ
vCenter ಅಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳಿದಿಲ್ಲ 65 ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕಾಯ್ತು.
launch vSphere HTML file.
ಇನ್ನ ಲಾಂಚ್
ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಲಾಂಚ್ vSphere HTML file ಅಂತ ಅದು ಕ್ಲಿಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಓಪನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಈಗ
ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು
ಆಡ್
ನ್ಯೂ ಡೇಟಾ ಸೆಂಟರ್
ನ್ಯೂ ಡೇಟಾ ಸೆಂಟರ್
ಸೊ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಆ್ಯಡ್
ಸಾರಿ ನೀವು ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ
192.168.186 German root page next smile next
ಈಗ ನಾನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಇದು ಬಂತ
ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆಯ್ತು step by step procedure to add ES6 rows to this. So question related landing with static IP layer.
ಪಬ್ಲಿಕ್ ಐಟಿ
Public IP layer.
49
New user created login ID. User created login ID.
ಯೂಸರ್
ಈಗ ಲಾಗಿನ್ ಆಗುವಾಗ ಯೂಸರ್ ನೇಮಲ್ಲಿ ಯೂಸರ್ ಫ್ರೀ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ನಾನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಇಬ್ಬರು ಅಟ್ ಎ ಟೈಮ್
ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಒಂದು ಸರಿ ಇದು ರೀಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ನಿನ್ನ ಆಕ್ಸೆಸ್ ನನ್ನ ಆಕ್ಸೆಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲರದ್ದು ಆಕ್ಸೆಸ್ ಒಂದೇ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೋಸ್ಟ್ ಆಕ್ಸೆಸ್ ನಾವು ಇದು ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು.
ಸೊ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಒಂದೇ ಸರಿ ಆಕ್ಸೆಸ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ ಯೂಸರ್
ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೋಸ್ಟ್ಗೂ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಮೇನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ
ಸರ್ ಕೊಟ್ರಲ್ವಾ
ಅವರು ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ರೀಸೆಂಟರ್ಗೆ ಇದು ಅಡ್ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟ್ರೇಟರ್ ಪಾಸ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಯೂಸರ್ ನೇಮ್ ಪಾಸ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಬರಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಈಗ ರೀಸೆಂಟರಲ್ಲಿ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ನಾನು ಈಗ ನಿನ್ನ ವಿ ಎಮ್ಸ್ ನೋಡ್ಬೋದು, ನಿನ್ನ ಇದೆ ನಮ್ಮದು ಇದು ಐಪಿನ ಓಪನ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ.
ಸರ್ ನಿಮ್ಮದು ಏನಾದರೂ ಕವರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ
ರೈಲ್ಬೂಟ್
ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ಸ್
you created yours? You created yours?
I didn't get it. I let's see what the
No, public actually open. Create now. Data store.
yes, because the numbers within this function. Series.
Okay. You create.
ಅವ್ರಿಗೂ ಇಲ್ಲ
No, data center. No data. Right. Data.
Data center,
On data center, right?
right, new data center. Yeah, okay.
New data center.
So,
Already we created one data center. So in that only you have a host. We can see this.
already got created.
In that data center, right? You can then you have a host. Or if you want to create data center, we can create.
You can create another.
We can create.
Oh, my host IP. Yes.
Say maximizer. Maximizer. I think common one, no? That root, no root and password. No, this is your ESXi username and password you are giving. Now we gave ID in one minute, right? It's not that username and password you are giving. But we are configuring here.
Because disabled mode.
Not disabled.
Or restricted. The host is accessible only through the local console of the VPN. It's supposed to be disabled.
Disabled only.
Disable only next. Next. Finish.
Done?
Yeah.
All of you?
Yes.
Fantastic.
So in a data center, we can have multiple data centers also.
You can have one in US, all US ESXi host you can have. One in Europe, Europe ESXi host, Asia ESXi host. Understood? Done? You also? Okay.
But security you.
Sorry?
Anyone can access this.
You are the SS admin man, you are the super user. Why you are giving them access? Did I give access to ESXi host? You can see only 3 VM now. Like that, I will not give any access to you. If you ask me, I'll give access to only one VM to you. Understood? You will have a separate password. You are using user password. I am using root password. There is a security. Don't worry. You will learn. This is just a start. You see, right? How we send tomorrow onwards. You see more powerful. Example, we're gonna clone. We're gonna take a snapshot. We're gonna create a template from one image. How to deploy 100 machines. So many things you can do. Now tomorrow onwards, Monday onwards it will start. Understood? Okay, we'll halt it here. And by the way, the installation also ready in vCenter 67. Can you see this? And can you see launch web client option? Right? And I'm not going to launch. Let me finish. And if you want to launch, I can launch via Chrome browser. Don't use Internet Explorer. Okay. Monday I will install and I'll give access to any one of you to this also. Right?